Welcome to Fun with the Paper Mill with Arnold Grummer. Arnold Grummer is past curator of the Dard Hunter Paper Museum and author of 2 books on hand papermaking. Today, Mr. Grummer will be using the Paper Mill Complete Papermaking Kit and the Paper Mill Pro Envelope and Stationery Kit. Both kits use the easy pour method to make paper and are available in sets for home or classroom use. Now, here's Arnold Grummer.
Hi, welcome to Volume 2 of Fun with the Paper Mill. This volume is going to cover these techniques: pulp painting, sheet layering, making and using paper shapes, and decal division. Hey, that's a lot, so let's get started. Here we have taken 3/4 of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of blue paper and put it in water in the blender, turn the blender on. That provides us our pulp. That's recycling. Then we assembled our paper mill kit hand mold here, and we're going to put that in the water like that. This goes into the hand mold. We get the fibers evenly distributed, lift it up, and that is forming a wet sheet of paper. And there it is in all of its beauty. So let's get to pulp painting. We will take the sheet out. And there it is, very beautiful indeed. And we will set it over here and bring this tray up here so that we can do the pulp painting that we're going to do. We'll take from the kit the cover screen, put that on the grid like that, and now in advance we have prepared a number of colored pulps, all recycled. Recycled red paper, blue paper, green paper, and yellow paper. We need some way to do our painting, and one of the ways we can do it is put it into a container like this, which has an opening there. And for an abstract, it is very simple. We'll just drop the paint on there, the colored pulp in this case, and we can use as many colors as we like. Here's some blue, and we'll add to that some green. And of course, this isn't the only way of painting, putting our color down. We could get our old favorite, the turkey baster, and put the pulp in it and just either drop it on by shaking it or even applying a little bit of pressure. But there we have now a 4-color abstract painting. And we're going to apply it to our sheet. So we will bring the sheet back here like this, put that up there, and let me just switch it around. Well, we'll do it that way. And this is really quite simple. You can obviously now drop this on there at any place that you like. We'll run it right down the middle. And as soon as the water and the fibers, and all of those are fibers, everything there is fiber, as soon as they meet, nature creates a little bit of a bond. And the more water you take out of there now, the more strength the bond has. So if you've taken out water, the pulp will probably adhere to each other, both sets of pulp, and you have created a painting indeed. So let's take a look at it there. That is really nice. Now the regular steps of forming a sheet. We'll take this and we're going to move over here, and we'll put a cooch sheet on top of that. This is the regular steps shown in our directions. We will apply pressure with our sponge. This is called cooching, to get the sheet off the screen onto the cooch sheet. And we have done that. Now we lift the screen, and there the transfer has been made. We will put another cooch sheet on top. We're going to press, and this is a press bar from the kit, and we really lean on it, and the efficiency of the cooch sheet is going to help you take out water. Although in this case, the more pressure you can apply for many qualities of paper, the better. So that's about as much water as we're going to get out. Now the sheet should be strong enough that we can handle it, and we can peel it off the cooch sheet, and there we are, a riot of color indeed. And we're going to move over here. We have 2 options, as we said before, of drying, either slowly under pressure between cooch sheets. That gives you a very, very nice sheet. Or if you want the sheet right away now, as we do here, we turn our iron up, this iron, to its maximum heat. Some others you may not be able to do that. And we apply the iron and get the moisture to come out. And don't move the iron, as we said before, too rapidly, because you want heat delivered to the sheet so the water actually boils down there and turns into steam and comes out of the sheet. And again, if you feel a little bit tricky about putting a hot iron directly on a sheet, just put a very thin cloth on top of the sheet and put your iron then down on the cloth. And that will give the sheet a little protection, but most often I don't think you'll have any problem. So now the sheet has gotten quite light so far as tone is concerned, and we will lift this a little bit to go against the curl we've induced by the drying, and you can come up with a quite flat sheet indeed, and there we are, something indeed that you could frame. There we are. Now, in our pulp painting, we're going to go into freehand design, and what we're going to show you is a very beautiful way that you can edge most any work that you do. I've taken the Papermill Pro, and we have put in the cover screen right there because we have preformed a sheet on our regular screen. Now again, we pick up our pulp that we have prepared in advance, blue, and you can just drop that right along the edges, not into the middle, but right along the edges of your screen. And you can do it in one color that we have there, or you can add some green and put that in over there. You can come up again with a very beautiful 4-color, and if you don't want to use that, again, you can go to your turkey baster, and there is just a matter of shaking, or if you want to apply a little pressure to the bulb, you'll see that you get a little bit of a different kind of thing there. So that's how you can make beautiful edging. And now let's undo this, lift out and see what it is that we have, and there is the border on the cover screen. Now, it's a little tricky to handle this, but you can, and if you use the Papermill, which is a smaller sheet, you'll find it even more capable. We'll drop this on. If we were doing this to sell or something, we'd be very careful at home in our mill. Here, we'll put it on there just to give you an idea of what it is that you're going to get. And it is utterly amazing what you can do with this. And if you do some other design, some other image in the middle of your sheet, look what you can do to put around the edging. So it's absolutely beautiful, and here's an example of simply a 1-color work that we did. So there's a whole world of putting all kinds of color around whatever you do on your sheet. Now let's show you some freehand design pulp painting, but make a specific form. Let's make a tree. We have taken our cover screen, put it on the grid, and taken our turkey baster, and as you can see, we put down some color there, and we can also again use this kind of an applicator if we wish, put on a little green there, add to what we already have down, and now we have drawn this trunk by simply taking this and laying out the pulp in that fashion. If we took this and put it now upon this sheet in the same way that we did with the edging and the bordering, then we could come up with a really nice piece. My hands are wet here, but look at that. So you can build a very nice fall tree in a freehand design. So now, here's the work that we've been doing under the general heading of pulp painting. Here's an example of the bordering, and over here we have covered an entire 8.5 by 11 sheet with abstract painting, and here's a very painstaking freehand rendering of a very nice scene indeed.